Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to share with you guys my best money saving tips that I think are really easy. Let's get right into it. I know some of these you may have heard of, but I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I need to remind myself of some of these ideas. The first one is one of the more recent ones that I implemented that has been a game changer for our family is we do have weekly budget meetings. We go over our budget and look over it and say, hey, is there anything coming up we need to plan for? Are there things that are not serving us that we can cut back on? Are there things we need to add to the budget? How much money do we have left over? Are we meeting savings goals? Anything like that. And we sit and we talk about it, and also other family type things. It's a very short meeting. Sometimes it can last 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, 15. It's not like it's a 1 hour meeting. So that's one of the things we do. The next thing, and I think this is really important, is to have a home inventory. A lot of people will inventory their refrigerator, freezer, and pantry, which is brilliant and wonderful, but we may forget to go through our clothes and say, hey, what are the things that we have here? What's serving us? What are we no longer wearing? And go through all of our clothing. That'd be an example. Go through your books, go through your cookbooks, go through all of your makeup items and your vitamins, and start creating an inventory, personal care products, and then figure out what are the items you're running low on, what do you have an abundance of, maybe jot some of these things down in a notebook. I think many of you may be surprised at what you actually have in your home. I know I definitely am. The next one, and I mention this all the time because it's one of my favorite tips, play the this or that game. I either get to go to the state fair or I get to go to Scarborough Fair. I either get to go to the movie or I get to go out to eat. You pick one or the other. That will really help you save a lot of money doing that. And if you did neither, you'd even save more money. But we do want to enjoy our life. And so if you like to get out and socialize, you kind of pick which of the two would you rather do. So that would be an example of the this or that game. The next one that I do a lot is reallocate the budget. I look over it and I look there, kind of goes along with the budget meeting, and I see how is the money being spent? Are there any bills that are going up? Am I being charged correctly? Is there any area that I'm being overcharged? I look over everything, see what I'm saving, see how much I have left over, and see how I can improve things. I do this one quite often, at least once a month. So look over everything, cut out services you're not using. I recently cut out 3 business services. Okay, the next one that I do is I round up my checking. That way I have an extra pad in there. And so if something cost $78 and it was taken out of my checking, I might actually subtract $80. And I've been doing this for years, and it's created a surplus in my checking. So that way, if something were to come up, I've got a little bit of a cushion in my checking, which really helps. Okay, this is really good too. This is number 6, any money you decide not to spend. Example, let's say that you normally spend $20 a month at the Dollar Tree, and you're like, I don't absolutely need anything, I'm not going to go. So you take that $20 and you either put it in savings or you invest it, one or the other, and that will really make you feel abundant, because any money that you usually spend that you don't spend, so let's say you budget $300 a month on groceries for a family of 2, and you notice, hey, because we were eating out of our pantry, we only spent $200 this month. Take that $100 and put it in a savings. That really makes a big difference. And then number 7, realize you have the power. Don't beat yourself up if you feel like you haven't started out 2024 well, or if maybe you've made some mistakes along the way. You can pull the reins in anytime and change things. So you remember, you've got the power in your hands. If you didn't start out well, it doesn't mean you can't finish strong. So it's okay. This is a learning process. This whole thing is a process. And last but not least, I do this one quite a bit. And I should have added this, I now bring my calculator every single time at the grocery store, which really helps. And in addition to that, I look at the end of my grocery cart at the end before I go up to the register, and I say, what's in here that I absolutely don't need? Okay, there's 2 treats in here. You get this treat or you get this treat, but you don't get both. Kind of the this or that game. But I put items back before I get up to the register. I know I save at least $10 a week doing that. And also having that calculator and saying, this is all we have to spend. So I've got $100 with me, or I have $110. If we go over that, we got to put stuff back, and I stick with that now. I don't charge the rest on the charge card like I used to. So I make mistakes along the way. Here's some best saving tips that I use. I'm sure I have tons more saving tips. I know you as well do. please share some of your very, very best money saving tips. There's going to be some overlaps. We may be using a lot of the same tips, but reminders of good information is always a positive thing. Let me know how you're saving money. I love you. I appreciate you. I adore your comments, and thank you for coming every day to watch my videos. It really means a lot. I love you. Bye.